All right, guys, welcome back to Alliance War Season 46, War number 1. We're still on paths 1 and 3, and we've got the new attacker and defense tactic that is going to significantly increase the death toll this season. We're starting off with a Guillotine 2099. We're going to take this one with Hulkling. He's great for this because, again, he's power burn immune, so even if she has the armor up, it doesn't matter, and we can go ahead. The only thing is here, you gotta avoid her Digicloak, which we just put on there. But so I think this fight went a little bit slower, but also you're seeing a lot more rank 2s and even rank 3 7-stars, awakened 7-stars. So the defense is just getting harder. The tactic is extremely difficult, and I already through one war we saw significantly more deaths, even though our battle group I thought did a pretty good job overall. The defense tactic is going to be rough, but we did okay. So the first fight here is just about over. I did speed up some of the fights because I got 10 fights again for you between the two accounts. I always run 2 accounts, same battle group, path 1 and 3, sometimes together, sometimes combined. So I went with Zemo for this Scorpion, which is really just a Scorpion, and I had a great little strategy going on. I have to get an intercept to get the taunt on. When the taunt is on, then I can block unblockable specials. All his specials are going to be unblockable and I'm going to be rooted. So what I did was I got the taunt, got another intercept, even though he hit me with that evade, that's okay. Push him to another special one with our special one and block another special. So what I should have done is just kept up with this strategy the entire time, and I would have had the solo, I think, no problem. But I got too cute here with the special 2, thinking that I'd be able to potentially do more damage than I thought I would. Ended up pushing him to a special 2, and goodbye. I'm dead. So I should have just stuck with the special 1 plan. Going to that special 2 was not very smart. There, of course, I get my invul boost done right away, but then we go right back into the strategy that was working. Get the intercept, block the special, get another intercept, block a special. And that was the name of the game here, especially against champions that have a special attack that is very hard to fully evade, like the specials from Scorpion. Now we're just going to skip ahead to section 2, also path 3. I couldn't fit my junior account Magneto for this one, so we're going with the 565 Ascended 5-star. So the max 5-star Ascended here, it's like a 6-star, rank 3, maybe 6-star. But no problem. I wasn't worried about this. This is a maxed out 6-star future Antman, but he's hashtag metal, and Magneto just wrecks him here. Even though this is the node where if you hit them with an armor up, that you're going to get bleeds. But you can see here we're kind of avoiding the armor ups on him here. We're going up to a special 3. We're going to drop a huge one on him. Lots of damage, lots of bleeds, and watch the bleeds just tick him away and gone. Super fast fight. This Sam Wilson, if it wasn't unawakened, there's no way I get through this one with Hulkling. I think Doom is probably the best bet here, because you got to get rid of those armors, because you can see all the armor ups. He's just glancing like crazy. So I think Doom is probably the best one here. Hulkling, I figured I'd be able to chip away at him slowly but surely, which is true, but it took a very, very long time. If I didn't have like a 6-star Ascended Hulkling against this big chunky unawakened Sam Wilson, if he was awakened, then I'd be taking damage while I'd be glancing. So when he doesn't have the awakening ability, I'm not going to take any damage here. So because of that, I don't feel as bad taking this fight with Hulkling. It was just very, very, very slow. I think the best move was more just to like parry and hit into him, and when I did more of that, then my parry reduced some of the ability accuracy, so I could actually get some big crits down on him. I can't do the normal hit into the block, drop the special 2. That's not going to work on this fight here. Plus he gets his lock-on ability at certain points, so that's kind of annoying. And I realize when I do the heavy attack, I don't want to do that, because that I'm going to put the like infuriate on or intimidate on, so he's going to turtle up, which is going to be annoying, and it gives him some free willpower healing, which I don't need to do. So I went with some more special 3s. And again, very long fight, but did do the job. So it's really the normal fights that I didn't really have any issues with. We've been doing this for so long, it's not so bad. It's the tactic fights that are going to be the most trouble. Even as I'm recording this, I'm planning out my second war, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna, I might have more deaths already in the second war than I am gonna have in this first war. But, if I get tactic defenders, if I can go deathless on a war this season with tactic defenders, then we'll see some nice improvement. There are some champions out there that are being thrown around that will work really well for the tactic, even if they're not tactic defenders. There's also some interesting strategies with trying to limit champs to no specials at all, which is really cool. But again, it's going to depend on node-specific fights. The fights that I have where there's a lot of regen on path 1 is going to be the one that's going to be very frustrating. Then here we have a mini boss. We have this infamous Iron Man. Initially I was thinking maybe Hulkling, but no, with all this regen, we are just going to go with Magneto again. Against this like ascended 6-star maxed infamous Iron Man, and even the 5-star ascended Magneto is going to be fantastic. Now against infamous Iron Man, it is going to be a little difficult for me to, I think, stay at to get to 3 bars of power. I can't parry normally. I'm not great at re-parries because I can't parry his first hit anyway. So I actually throw the special 1 to get that initial prowess, and then I can start I can double up my prowess from there a little bit, but he's also potentially going to remove my prowess, so I have to be a little bit careful there. And it's fine. I'm not too concerned about it. I think I do get 1 special 3 off, even if it helps just a little bit to get the Fury going. And then I just go with more special 1s. So here I'm just baiting a lot of his special 1s. You can see even if he gets the healing, he's not healing because he's hashtag metal, and Magneto is keeping the healing in check. You can see here we're at 3 bars. We try to get prowess, but when we get prowess, you can't double him up against infamous Iron Man. It gets really tough as a mutant here. But that's fine. We do get we have the Furies on. We got a little bit of the bleed action going. So it takes off a nice little chunk there afterwards. We're almost halfway down. And with the Fury up, we're hitting a little bit harder. I decide to go with special 1s just to get the bleeds on. If he tries to regen, nothing's going to happen. If anything, we're reversing it a little bit. So I was pretty happy with how this fight went in the end here. We're about 2/3 of the way down, and we're still sitting at a full yellow bar, which is really nice with any fight. So here, again, we're just going to throw special 1s. He gets that unblockable special 1. We've got the evade down pat for this one. Get a little parry action going. And he's almost finished, and I was really happy with this one. I don't think it would have gone very well with Hulkling in the end, but Magneto finishes with 100%. Back to the first fight in Path 1. I went with Doc Ock. He is tactic. Now, I was nervous to try and get an intercept, but I also practiced his special 1 is clean to evade. The hard part is just the healing. So I go with parry heavy method. I figure I've got enough ability, accuracy, help with my masteries, and it starts off pretty well until I trigger the stupid evade. I go for 1 attack here. So far, so good. I'm getting the heal box. And then there you go. There goes my invul boost, and he hits me in the face. And then I'm going to counter with a special 2, and I forgot about the stupid porker poppers that he had on me, and there's a chunk of my health down. So that's a mistake on my part. And then he decides not to want to throw a special. This is just very frustrating. If he throws the special 1, I think I get back into the swing of this fight, no problem. But instead, I'm forced to try and push him to a special 2. His tactic doesn't work. I actually get an intercept, and I actually am able to block his unblockable special 2, which is pretty awesome. We try to get back into the swing of things here with the parry heavy method, but I'm a little slow. He hits me with the evade, and I'm dead. I didn't do much damage, and I was a little bit worried that going in again was going to screw me over, but I thought I had confidence in my game plan, and this time we executed perfectly. There we get the heal block on. We're going to go with a special one to reapply it, and now we're going to try and get back to our parry heavies. And as long as he stays he behaves without his evades, then we are in pretty good shape here. And the special one, we can evade while rooted, and it's not that big of an issue. There we go. It can be evaded without much of an issue. Then again, he hits me one time with the after the evade, which is a little frustrating here. I'm going to build up to a special 3 this time. Again, keeping the heal box on. He hits me again. Really very frustrating, Spider-Ham. I hate fighting Spider-Ham. I just figured if I went with a tactic defender or someone who countered Spider-Ham a bit better in terms of his evades, I was going to lose out in terms of the healing, and I'd rather go with Doc Ock here. And I had a specific fight I wanted to use Doc Ock in Section 2, which you're going to see is very awesome. So I was, in the end, I was very happy that I was able to get through this one. One more parry heavy is going to do it. Only one death, not the end of the world. At the end of the day, there were a ton of deaths on both sides. We ended up losing this war, but I think we did pretty well as a battle group overall. Here we got a Masochism Wong, and we're going to go old school how I used to do Masochism, which is use Apocalypse. Even though he only has the one charge, I was confident that we could get through this one with Apocalypse. The only thing with Wong here is that I don't want to deal with his special 2, and I just want to keep up and I have to watch out for his unstoppable. So that's not so bad. I try to keep up as many debuffs as I can. Also, the more debuffs, and when he gets to 90 charges like he had right there, I have to make sure I knock him down with get the heavy off to knock him down when he has not over 90 charges, or else you risk taking damage back. So any damage you would do to him gets reflected back onto you when he has those 90 charges there. Luckily, the striker hit into his unstoppable, but he didn't counter me back, so that's really nice. And again, I'm just keeping my eye the entire time is on the top right there, watching those charges to make sure that when he gets to 90 that I counter with a heavy attack. So there he's at 90. Heavy attack, boom, bring it back down to 0, and work my way up again, get a nice big special 2 off. And this fight actually went extremely well, just as, again, certain plans here, I knew that this was the safest option for me, and I think it was. At least for me, this was the safest. There might be other better counters here, but for Masochism, Apocalypse is just the ultimate counter. Here in Section 2, we've got a Hyperion on this healing node, and it's a monster Hyperion here, but we're going in with Doc Ock, and you can see Doc Ock is amazing for Hyperion. We parry heavy, and he immediately gets power drained. When he gets the passive power, like he gets his power gain from the buff, he immediately gets power drained. And when I drop the special 2, then I'm going to get the triple debuff, which is the 2 power drains and the heal block at the same time. And he gets so much healing that I get to siphon back, because I am rank Sig 200 Doc Ock. There, unfortunately, I got clipped. Not the end of the world. I did have the invulnerability boost in case somehow I got messed up and he dropped a special 3, which is extremely unlikely. But here we're going to drop another special 2, get the old 5 quintuple debuffs. So we've got 5 of them on. We're actually going to refresh here the special 1, then go and get another special 2 off, get the very, very rare sextuple debuff. We're going to go for a parry heavy, and I think we get like a 60k direct damage on the final hit of this fight here. And a parry heavy, and it's like 63,000 direct damage. Alright, last fight on Path 1 is we brought a rank 2 Titania, 7-star rank 2, against this Buffet Arc Overload Mordo. And here I wasn't too concerned here. I can get a nice opening with the unblockable, unstoppable, invulnerability that Titania gets with her Haymaker. Then I can just get some nice little intercepts in. Want to basically throw I build up to a special 3 there. Unfortunately, I take a hit, lose my invul boost, which is not the end of the world. His special 3 still doesn't hit very hard. It's still pretty weak on the special 3. We're going to throw a big special 2. I was a little nervous to go in and hit him too hard here. Like, I didn't want to push to a special 3 initially, but I probably shouldn't have cared, because at the end of the day, he ends up not behaving very nicely. Here, I probably should have gone for the heavy there, but I didn't, and he's going to end up getting to a special 3. I try to go for it here, but it's too late. He resists, go to special 3, not the end of the world again. He hits like a wet noodle, and doesn't do too much damage. It's only the one. Actually, I did need Titania for one more fight, so it did cost me a little bit in the potion department, but not the end of the world. We throw a big special 2. He throws his special 1, and that's the end of Mordo. And then the last fight for this war is going to be an America Chavez mini on the one where you can get rooted or scared stiff, power focus 2, bubble shield. Luckily, again, you can parry on this node, so it's not a problem here. And luckily, America Chavez was more than willing to throw her special 1 here. So I just keep backing up, let her throw the special 1. I'll throw my special 1, it doesn't matter. I just want to back up, let her throw the special 1 as much as she wants to do. Even if I get rooted here, I just hold my ground, let it finish, or if she comes close, I try to hold a special sometimes to throw the special out of the root. So this one actually went pretty well in terms of like maintaining my composure on this fight. I wasn't too concerned about the America Chavez here, as long as I can keep her to throwing special 1s. And again, we are Titania, so we do have the Haymaker potentially if needed. But again, I'm going to go for a nice special 2 out of the root. And here we're going to go Striker again into a combo. She keeps throwing that special 1. We are more than happy to bait them the entire time. And this is the last fight. So 8-2 on the first war. Deaths against the tactic defenders might be a thing that we see a lot of. I'll try and get better, and maybe I'll have to do some new rank ups for the next war. And we'll see how that goes. But I hope you guys are enjoying the war videos. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.